In ancient Japan, a wise and just king ruled his kingdom with kindness and compassion. His people loved and respected him, and under his leadership, the kingdom flourished. As he grew old, he knew it was time to pass the throne to his son. But before doing so, he wanted to ensure that his son would rule with the same wisdom and compassion. The king called his son to his chambers and taught him the art of listening. He sent him to a wise old priest who lived in a remote temple. The priest was known for his deep understanding of nature and taught the prince to listen deeply to the people. By doing so, he taught him the importance of empathy and understanding. After a week in the temple, the prince was still not satisfied. He had never known hunger or discomfort. One night he fought against the hunger with his own hands, desperation gripping his heart. But the priest simply said, "This is your test, now go." The prince had no choice and endured. In the next week, the prince listened to the tiny sounds of the forest, the rustling of animals, the buzzing of insects, and the whisper of leaves, but the priest was still unsatisfied. "I still don't understand you," he said. "I want you to listen fully for a month, even to the even quietest sounds." The prince returned to the forest and listened wholeheartedly. Through it all, he heard what had never been heard before: the gentle unfolding of a leaf, the soft bloom of a flower, the single drop of water landing on a rock. When he returned to the priest, he reveled in these new sounds. The priest smiled. "Now you have learned the art of listening," he said. During his time in the temple and his journey back to the kingdom, the prince learned to listen both to the loudest and the quietest voices. In listening deeply, he understood the concerns, fears, and hopes of the people. He ruled fairly and compassionately, and under his leadership, the kingdom prospered even more than under his father. The story teaches us the power of deep listening, resilience, and empathy. True wisdom comes not only from hearing but from truly understanding even the quietest and most subtle voices. And a great leader is one who listens not only with his ears, but with his heart.